News at noon.
And this noon, 25 mayors from cities all across Oregon are about to discuss the statewide homeless crisis. Thank you for joining us. I'm Brenda Braxton. That task force meeting is about to get underway. It was set for noon. The mayors are spelling out the plan they sent to the Oregon legislature and the three candidates running for governor. The group wants state and local government to partner up and pay for future initiatives to end homelessness. They're calling for almost $124 million a year. In addition, they want mandatory investments in shelters and affordable housing projects. Here's part of the letter they wrote. The mayors reiterate they're already leading on the ground, but they can't do it alone. They called on state lawmakers and the next governor to fund the services needed to make an impact on the homeless crisis. For more on the task force meeting, you can watch the live stream on KGW's website and our YouTube channel. A new Safe Rest Village is expected to open soon in Portland after multiple setbacks. It's located at the Menlo Park and Ride near 122nd and Burnside. The village will house 55 people and be staffed 24/7. Each person will get a tiny home and share amenities like restrooms, a kitchen, and laundry. This is the second of 6 sites announced last year to fight homelessness in the city. Commissioner Dan Ryan says despite bureaucratic red tape and supply chain issues, he's optimistic about the villages.
When people choose to be inside an environment where there's 24/7 supervision, they're making a decision on a pathway to building resilience. And the fact that more and more Portlanders who are unhoused want that, that's why we have to keep offering these services.
We asked Commissioner Ryan about the other 4 villages that have not been built yet, and he told us they'll open in the coming months. There's no definitive opening date, but the city is shooting for mid-November. Starting tomorrow, Northwest Natural is raising rates for residential customers. The company blames global supply issues. The increase will be spread out over a year. On average, households will pay $14 a month more. We talked to the executive director of the Oregon Energy Fund, which helps people who can't keep up with their bills.
So many people are living basically paycheck to paycheck. An increase of even $14 a month, particularly if you're on a fixed income, makes a huge difference. And it puts people into this position of having to make a choice about where they're going to not spend money.
This comes at a time when heating bills are typically higher anyway as the weather gets colder. Northwest Natural says it is offering a delayed payment program. If you need assistance or want to donate to help others, head to OregonEnergyFund.org. Now for an important update on an important resource here in Multnomah County. The Central Library reopens tomorrow after a 3-month renovation. Crews restored the front of the building, improved access for people with disabilities, and remodeled the first floor restroom.
New libraries, larger libraries, libraries that are more modern, have more space for people, more places to plug in devices, for instance, and other amenities that really reflect the way people use libraries today.
Now, this is just the first phase. Next year, the Central Library will close for about 6 months to complete the project. The bond money that paid for all the work will also pay for a new library in East County, renovations to 7 other branches, and automation. Well, we are now just 8 days out from the midterms, and elected leaders are calling for an end to hate speech and political violence. This comes after the husband of House Speaker Nancy Pelosi was attacked in their home. NBC's Drew Petrimo has the latest from the nation's capital.
After an attack on the family of a top Democratic Party leader, politicians from both sides of the aisle are taking to the airwaves to condemn the violence.
Well, we've got to figure out how to bring our country back together where we have a civil conversation and, we have no violence. I mean, what happened to Paul Pelosi is despicable. It's unacceptable.
I think it is really important that people realize that it is not just this moment of this horrific attack, but that we have seen violence perpetrated throughout our political system.
The suspect in the attack, 42-year-old David DePop, due in court today, set to face charges that include attempted murder. Police say he broke into the San Francisco home of House Speaker Nancy Pelosi and attacked her husband, Paul. New details in the investigation revealing zip ties were found in the Pelosi home as officials interview the suspect and review his online activity.
This guy is sort of the picture of radicalization on the internet. 15 years ago, in 2007, he was posting pretty standard anti-war left-wing viewpoints. Then there's a 15-year gap on his blog. And in 2022, he's posting QAnon and Pizzagates.
As heated midterm battles continue across the country, a renewed focus on political violence. U.S. Capitol Police say threats against members of Congress more than doubled in the past 5 years.
We have to do something about this amplification of this election-denying hate speech that we see on the internet.
It's disgusting. This violence is horrible.
As Congress considers new measures to protect elected officials. Drew Petrimo, NBC News, Washington.
KGW and NBC News will bring you the latest results and analysis. You can also get KGW's full election guide covering local candidates and measures. Just text the word election to 503-226-5088 and we'll send you a link to the guide. Well, this Halloween is turning out to be one of the wettest in a while. Rod, lots of families interested in what you have to say.
Oh my goodness, drip, 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 drip. Astoria, good afternoon. You folks nearing an inch of rain since it started this morning. You are getting on the back edge, though, of the steady stuff. You'll get some breaks this afternoon, but Portland, it continues to be steady. And to me, what's most surprising so far is the fact you folks in Salem still haven't had that much rain. This area is slowly, it has to, drop down to the south, meaning your rain will be picking up as we go through the afternoon hours. The one pocket of some heavier rain rates just outside of Battleground up in Clark County where we see the yellow. But this won't change this afternoon. Cloudy skies, and while there may eventually be a break or two in the rain going into this evening, for the most part, for Vancouver, Portland, and eventually Salem, the rain is just going to be coming down more than not all the way through the trick-or-treat hours. We're at 56 degrees right now. Futurecast shows that rain dropping to the south and opening up potential breaks at 5:30, but there will be more shots of rain coming through, as I mentioned. 54 at 4 o'clock. Trick-or-treat hours, 8 o'clock, starting to wind down for the little ones anyway. It'll be 52 and still pretty doggone wet out there.